Our next guest is, though, still positive on markets in the near term and says the third quarter is likely to bring an end to the earnings recession in the US. Joining us now is Laila Pence, president at Pence Wealth Management. So, Laila, you sound pretty sanguine when it comes to Fed expectations and whether, any kind of inflationary pressures coming from energy prices, for example, could mean that we see higher rates for longer.
We think the Fed is going to skip this week, and they will look past the high energy prices because they do see core inflation is declining, and they need to give time to all the interest rate hikes to really start showing effect in the economy. I think they're going to be patient, at least for this week, and they may hike later this year, depending what happens if oil prices continue to go up. That could change. But for now, I think they're going to skip and wait and see.
What are some of your favorite trading themes at the moment, given that, and I know you like AI as perhaps even a medium or longer term theme, but valuations are looking pretty pricey.
Yes, they are, but they still have so much growth potential. But the newest thing that we really like is the weight loss drugs. We think that that area is going to just explode. They haven't even hit the international markets, and we think that right now, last year there was only like 2.8 billion in that area, which we expect that to go up to 75 billion by 2030. Tremendous amount of growth. I mean, I see clients coming in losing tremendous amount of weight. It is a game changer in the health industry and in the weight loss industry. So we really like this new area of investment that beside the AI and the technology.
So you are positive on the markets in the near term, and we are seeing more and more people say we're at the end of the earnings recession just as the Fed is about to pause, but there are still some risks out there, right, Laila? What would be your main risk?
The main risk is really the energy prices. The energy prices, if they continue to go up, and it's really because of the supply issue. So that is a worry. We also worry about a possible shutdown of the economy with the government shutdown, although that's not a big worry right now. But those are the two main things. And of course, if the strike for the UAW continues for a long period of time, that could be another risk. Although we think hopefully that will be short-lived and they will come up with some resolution. But those are three main risks. But the big one is really the energy prices, and if they continue to go up, that will affect inflation, which could have the Fed raise interest rates sooner. And of course, that would not be very good for the markets.
And particularly inflation expectations, right, Laila, which obviously then has a knock-on effect. I'm very curious as to what you're calling the AI trade. Can you give us some specific companies? Because it seems like every CEO and COO that comes on a conference call these days talks about part of their business being AI, but which are the ones that are actually going to earn revenue from it?
Unfortunately, I can't really name specific companies, but they're the big ones. The ones that actually this last week, they've had a little drop in value. We think those are opportunistic prices right now. I think with this drop, some of the main companies that you're familiar with have dropped quite a bit, and we think those are buying opportunity in this next week or so. So in the long term, we really do like the AI. Those are game changers. So weight loss drugs and the AI are game changers for the future. We're long-term investors, and so we think anytime you see something go on sale, it may be time to add.
Yes, the weight loss drugs is an interesting one as well, Laila. I mean, are there that many of them out there, or that many companies that you would, put money to work with just on this one particular, I don't want to call it a fad, but this one particular sort of movement in health?
It really is not a fad. I mean, the first timers, the first companies who are leading the way right now, and all of them, those are going to have an added advantage, huge added advantage. I can just tell you that I see it in clients that are coming in. I see it every day. People are coming in and losing 20, 30, 40 pounds, and their health is better. And it's a game changer. really is a game changer, and it hasn't hit international markets yet. And this is very, very good for individuals' self-confidence, for their certainly diabetes and all the complications from that disease. If you can have a game changer there, it could reduce our healthcare costs, which are a huge cost for the economy and GDP. It could be a game changer.
All right, Laila, thank you so much for joining us today. That is Laila Pence, President at Pence Wealth Management.